Joseph entrusted to be the manager. The Bible reads in the book of Genesis, chapter 39, verse 5, from the time he put him in charge of his household and all that he owned, the Lord blessed the household of the Egyptian because of Joseph. The blessing of the Lord was on everything Potiphar had, both in the house and in the field. The Bible tells us here that Potiphar appointed Joseph to be the manager of everything that Potiphar owned. He promoted Joseph to be the CEO of everything that Potiphar owned. Potiphar was not a small man. He was a rich, influential leader in the nation of Egypt. And when Joseph was appointed to be his manager, he had a lot of responsibility under him. But one of the things that I want you and I to appreciate is that this promotion did not come by accident. There are some things that Joseph did that enabled him to rise up to these positions. What are they? Number one, Joseph outshined all the other slaves. You know, there were many other slaves that Potiphar owned, but Joseph outshined them. You know, whenever Joseph was given a responsibility, whatever he did and worked on flourished, it prospered, it increased. And the Bible tells us here in verse 5 that from the time he put him in charge of his household and all that he owned, the Lord blessed the household of the Egyptian because of Joseph. You know, I encourage you to get to a point where it would be said of you that the Lord has blessed that company that you work in because of you. That the Lord has blessed that business that you are a partner in because of you. That the Lord has blessed that family because you are working there. I encourage you to work hard. Be like Joseph. Secondly, Joseph was a wise man. The Bible tells us that after Joseph interpreted Pharaoh's dreams, Pharaoh was amazed and all the officials were amazed, and they said, where can we find a man who is as wise as Joseph? You know, you need to be wise. You and I need to be learned. We need to have more knowledge, more wisdom on how to do our work better. Moving on from there, Joseph worked hard and he went beyond his prescribed task. Joseph did more. Whenever his master told him to do a certain job, he did beyond it. He worked in order to please his masters, not just what his masters wanted, but even what he realized to say, if I do this task, it will make things better. It will make my master's work easier. And he did it. Joseph was a faithful man. Whenever he was entrusted with something, he was faithful. He never stole. He never lied. He never did anything that was out of his task. But whatever he worked on it with excellence. And lastly, I want to say that Joseph had an excellent spirit. In everything he did, he made sure that it was better than the way he had found it. I encourage you, whatever job you have, wherever you work, be like Joseph. Work hard. Don't go into that office late. Go early. Knock off on time. Make sure that you do every task that has been given to you and do it with excellence. Do it in such a way that it lives to show the glory of God, so that everyone who sees it understands and sees that you are a child of God who represents the Almighty God, who is wise, who is all-powerful, who does excellent works. And because you are his child, you do excellent deeds as well. God bless you.